I have committed no crime. I was invited by the police for questioning regarding issues related to birth certificates. These reports were made by members of UDP residing in my constituency, who it seems are in constant fear of my growing influence and commitment to the people of Latrikunda Sabi. As a National Assembly member and legal professional, I fully complied with the police invitation and cooperated at every stage of the process, which lasted only for a few hours. I want it known to the whole world, I will not be intimidated. My service to the people of Latrikunda Sabi and by extension the Gambia remains unshakable. No man born in this world can intimidate me into cowardice or submission. As I have always stated before, I will continue to facilitate the registration of Gambians who possesses valid, legally approved documents so they can exercise their right to vote in 2026 presidential election and all other elections that are coming. In doing so, I do not dictate where people should cast their ballots. That is their sovereign choice. My priority is simply to ensure every eligible citizen is registered. To provide a typical example, during my door-to-door mobilization efforts in Abuko, which is in my constituency, I entered a compound where the residents were supporters of NPP. When I introduced myself as their representative and encouraged them to register, they asked if I would still assist them despite their political leanings. I told them my goal was to ensure they were informed and registered regardless of their party. I personally drove four first-time voters from that compound to registration center, waited for them and dropped them back home. One of them jovially remarked as I was dropping them back home, for the presidential election, we will vote for Barrow, but for National Assembly election, we may vote for you, you are a good person. This illustrates that I do not facilitate registration to buy votes for specific candidate or for myself. I do it out of genuine sense of national service. I am still focused and a very determined person. I refuse every form of intimidation. In fact, as my friends and family can attest, I'm allergic to it. I will never stop facilitating the rights of Gambians to participate in our democracy. To the supporters of Unite, I remember when we distributed thousands of armbands, each proudly bearing the words "Stand Together." At the time, my inquisitive son read them and asked that, what does "stand together" mean? Honestly, I couldn't give him a perfect explanation at the time. But yesterday, I truly saw what those words meant. After a few hours at the police station, I walked out to find thousands of United supporters gathered in solidarity. I looked at the armband on my hand and finally felt the weight of its meaning. Thank you for showing me solidarity, people from Unite and UMC. So Aziz Bensouda. Aziz was the first person to arrive at the police station. I have a story to tell that connects what I saw in him yesterday to a lesson from my past. Back when I was with the UDP during a National Assembly caucus at Hussein Dabo's office, he spoke of a standard of conduct we should emulate when dealing with ministers, a standard, as he said, lives by. And Hussein Dabo said, and I quote, Aziz is one of the finest young legal professionals you could ever hope to meet in court. He is fearless, professional, calm, and patient, yet he always secures truth from witnesses. Aziz, thank you for your bravery, your mastery of the law, and the professional manner in which you have conducted yourself before the police. I agree with Useli Dabo. You do not bluff with bravery. You are simply one of the bravest in this country. So my constituents across UDP, NPP, and all parties in Latrikunda Sabi, seeing supporters from across the political spectrum in my constituency to gather yesterday and stand by me was a profound honor. It confirms that I am serving my people to the best of my ability. More importantly, it proves that Gambians can unite to fight illegality and injustice, regardless of party colors. I am proud of you all, and may God bless you all. So the online misguided and certain UDP detractors, I have asked myself, when an opposition party will celebrate the troubles of one opposition member? The answer is simple. When a party loses hope of winning, they begin to attack and smear the one they fear can win. When I was among you, you hailed Yahya Menteng as educated, brave, fearless, and honest. I am still that same person. Nothing has changed and nothing will change. I urge you to focus on your own party politics. Honorable Yahya, Sanyang, and Unite are pulling ahead in this race. The more you ignore your own programs or concentrate on us, the further we will widen this gap. There is no enmity here between us and you people. The only difference is vision and mission. So the government of the day, through Through this experience, I have seen the gaps in our laws. I urge you to work with the National Assembly and use your majority to fix this legislative default. A government's lasting legacy is built on good laws. Every administration should strive for a legacy that protects its citizen and that protects its citizen as it is now, how history will remember you. Final clarification on the allegations. Let me be very absolute, and let me be very blunt. I have never procured a birth certificate. I have never worked in any production center, nor I have ever visited one. I have never signed a certificate, nor encourage anyone else to do so. I do not even have the technical capacity to verify authenticity of such documents. My role is that of a representative, not a civil registrar. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Thank you.